What is up, folks? This is Ericast, and welcome back to Minecraft. Alright, so I've got a few specific goals set out for today. I want to make a new axe, a moonstone axe that is enchanted, because at the moment I've only got my bow to fight things, and while it is actually pretty good, I need something in melee. So let's go ahead and start doing that. I also want to make a blast furnace and maybe the improved blast furnace. It depends on how much time we have. There's also one more thing that I want to make and I don't remember what it's called. Alloy smelter, I think. But that one's actually really easy to do. So let's take a look. That's arcane crystal. Where's the moonstone? I thought I had more. I mean, like a lot more, but I only have 40. Okay, so just make it like normal. Don't I have some sticks? Stick? Oh, yep. I was like, they should be near the top because I thought I had a ton of them. That's not what I meant to make. That's okay. It won't hurt. I mean, it sucks that I just wasted, but I mean, I'll make another one later. I'm sure. Because I'll probably break one of these by accident. Alright. I'm going to see what I can get. Just doing a straight up enchant, and then I'll probably have to add stuff to it, but let's just see. Oh. You know what? I could just start this episode over and just act like I didn't just do that, but I'm sure it will probably be hilarious for some of you. So I'm just going to leave the fact that I don't actually have 30 levels, even though I thought I did. Oh, I. That was embarrassing. All right, you know what? We're going to keep this honest for now. So here's a question for you. If you open an ender chest with an ender bag, which inventory is it looking at? Well, there's your answer. All right. So, blast. Blast brick. So I went to the nether, and I have to say, actually, a really good use for the scorching heat enchant is the fact that it'll make nether brick just when you mine your netherrack. So I can show you real quick. It's actually quite nice. Instead of having to wait to smelt it all, there's your nether brick. So that's pretty sweet. Alright, so blast brick takes brick, nether brick, and magma blocks. Magma blocks can be a little bit of a pain, but so we're going to need a 3x3x3. So that's going to be 27, right? Yeah, 27, right? Yeah, okay. Math is so much harder when you're doing it on stream. I don't know why, or recording in this case. I don't know why, but even if you're really, well, obviously not a really good mathematician, but even if you're pretty good at math, for some reason your brain just stops when you're trying to do do math like that. All right, so I'm just gonna make a stack because I'm gonna make more of these, and it doesn't hurt to waste a little bit. I could use them as decoration if I really want to. Or turn them in these slabs. So I'm going to need these. I'm going to need my engineering hammer, and we're going to need some coke. That's brick. Whatever now am I? All right, I should just stop this episode and just, I don't know, skip today. What happened to all my coal coke? I wonder what happened to it. It is strangely not here. What did happen to my buckets? Did I put my buckets in here? Well, I don't have any room over there anyway. So I ended up making a little bit of coal coke. Basically waited around on farms to make hemp. And I've got them. Is this how you zoom? No, I don't remember how you zoom. What hotkey I have. They're down here. I've got them along the water's edge down there. I've got some hemp growing. And yes, hemp and coke. Those are the two things that I have going right now. So I've had these going. I made a few more. I've got 6 in total. And it just so happens that 6 of these will fill up an entire row once they finish. So I've got some more coal coke over here. It's actually not going to do me any good to take these out because, as I mentioned last time, if the creosote oil doesn't have anywhere to go, then it's not going to actually make anything. So, one block of coal coke or block of coal, however you want to look at it, will make 5 buckets, so 5,000 millibuckets of creosote oil per cycle. So just in case you're curious. Now, I really need to make a building over here, but it just hasn't happened yet. I've had other things going on. All right, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It is 3 by 3 by 3, isn't it? Might have to look. Yep, it is. All right. Oop, that's not what I wanted. Apparently, can't right click on that. So, if we put this in here and we smelt up. Actually, this isn't very smart. For the same reason you don't typically use blocks of coal in a furnace. So use just your normal coal pieces in there, or coal coke pieces, because it has to be coal coke for you to be able to smelt up steel. Now I'm going to need to go get some steel, or get some iron. This is not going well as an episode. I'm going to need to get some iron to smelt up some steel. Okay, so as you can see, 1 coal coke and 1 iron ingot. Well, eventually it takes quite a while, not as long as the coal block, thankfully, or the coal coke block, but we'll eventually make 1 steel ingot and 1 slag. So I've got 2 of these going at the moment. We have a little bit of leftover, so maybe we'll make another one, but more likely we'll just make an improved one. That will take some steel and some time, so I'm going to leave them going for now. And let's go check out that alloy furnace. So, I am not sure how useful the alloy furnace will be, because I have not actually tried to smelt an alloy in one of these furnaces that I have over here. So it may be incredibly useful and it may be not useful at all. So we'll just have to see. All right. So let's go to immersive. All right. So where are my dusts? All right, here's, no, that's aluminum grit. Or is that one of them? No. Sawdust. There we go. All right, so you'd have to, yeah, I think your furnace is going to be the way to go, because at the moment I don't have any way to get copper dust, because you would need something from an alchemy table from Blood Magic, or this thing from, oh, it's an ARC recipe. Okay. I was like, what's a ARC furnace? or a crusher, or a crusher, or an enrichment chamber. So I don't have any of those at the moment. So what we're going to need to do is to make an alloy furnace, which I'm just going to type it in because I'm never going to find it. Alloy. Nope. Brick. Yeah, obviously that doesn't help. All right, let's look at our manual and find it. Alloys. Architecture generator. Alloy kiln. Okay, so kiln brick. So I'll type in kiln and get that. Okay, so let's go ahead and go up here. Oh, there's an actual kiln, just same block. So what we're going to need is some type of sandstone and some type of brick, which I don't think I have any sandstone, but I should have. Well, it's not a ton of sand, but it's a little bit of sand. Okay, so not even a stack. That's unfortunate, but it doesn't take many. I think it's a 2x2x2. So it takes 4 blocks. So let's go ahead and make just 2 of them. And do I still have this over here? All right, let's go ahead and break this. And I'm just going to put it behind us for the moment. I'll probably eventually find its own slot. All right, so I can put them over here. And then, doop. I'll make another one in a little bit. But I'll have to do some reading here to figure out what we need. Do we need to have... It doesn't say anything about needing to have coal coke for it. Okay. So I'm going to do const. And then it just takes 1 nickel and 1 copper. So just to see how this works. Okay, so copper, half a stack, and nickel, and half a stack. Now I don't have a ton of these at the moment, so I'm gonna leave it just to that, and let's go ahead and get some coal. All right. So each of those processes, and they're actually decent. I think it's about the time of a normal furnace. So each ingot pair will make 2 of its output. So Constantin will allow us to make a bunch of stuff that we previously weren't able to make. So, yeah, that should be some pretty good stuff. This isn't the only alloy that we have to make, so we'll have to use this here in the future to make several things that aren't just on this. So one thing I didn't show was that you can use several things or slag for several things as well. So if I right click on that, with immersive engineering, we can make concrete, but it's just a concrete block. We can make a normal concrete block. And the reason I say that is this asphalt concrete from immersive petroleum allows us to walk 20% faster. So if you're making a big factory, this can be extremely helpful. I don't know how much I'm going to personally be using this because well, I do kind of like the block. It's not going to be just a solid path of it everywhere because that's not the aesthetic that I'm going to go for. And then we've also got a slag brick block that is it's a little bit different. I think it's a little more muted than your standard brick. So there's another brick option if brick is what you need to be using. All right. So I did say that I wanted to get into our improved blast furnace. All right, so that didn't work. But we need to first see how much we have. I need better forms of travel. How much steel we've got? Because we need steel to make them. We're probably going to need to wait longer. Let me see what the pattern is. Blast. Reinforced. Yeah, for every brick, which we're going to need 27 steel plates total to make a full set. And as long as it's 3x3x3, which in all honesty, it may not be. So how... Okay, so it is 3x3x3, but it's also got a hopper at the top. So we should be able to make those actually pretty soon. I've got... Oh, actually, I can make them right now. And let's go ahead and just take these with us. Can I really not? I'm one short. Okay, well, this one's almost done. So, there we go. Let's go make that. This area is starting to come along a little bit. I do need to make a building of some sort for that stuff over there. But I've got a little path going on here, which I actually kind of like. I really like the stairs in particular. I haven't done anything here. And I haven't done anything as far as a way getting down. Like, the way I get down is right here. And then you kind of just go back this way, and then you can go around here to get to the portal, or go around this way to get to the farms. So it's not really very efficient. I mean, this isn't about being efficient. I mean, this series in general. Now, when it comes to automating stuff, of course, I'm going to be extremely efficient. But as far as like travel goes, or the length of cable that I'm going to have to use, that is not about being efficient. But well, we'll get there. It's just going to take a little bit of time. All right, so I'm going to have to destroy one of those. I didn't even think about that. So I'm going to be right back, and then we're going to make one of these. Okay, so first thing we're going to need to do, and I already went and picked up those pieces there, that blast brick. So what we're going to need to do is to turn these into plates. So I need 27. So I'll shift click that down, and we actually use durability off of our hammer when we do that. So we've got our steel plates, and then we should be able to, from there, shift click these in and make our stack of 27. So from there, we just got to run back across the bridge again and make... Oh, you know what? I put all that iron in there. We just got to make our furnace. And now, that one's still just going away. We can put these up like this, just like we did for the other ones. Solid in the middle. And put the hopper on top. And come down here, and bam. Now this one obviously looks quite a bit different than the other one before. It actually has ports on the side that you can add different things to. Preheaters will help make it even faster, but there you go. We've got this one going. And it's still, without the preheaters, it still takes a while. So the blast furnace preheater takes iron sheet metal and an external heater, which is going to take a copper coil block, some copper, some iron, and some redstone. So, you know what? This one's going to take so long. Let's go ahead and just hook these up and see what happens. All right, so for the preheater, let's go ahead and focus on, actually, since this is just nothing but the same, we're going to need iron sheets. So I guess we'll do 2 of those. All right, so 4, we need 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. And then make them like this. All right, so that's going to be plenty for that. And then let's look at our external heater. We need a copper coil block, which is going to take low voltage wire, which is going to take copper sheets and it's going to take a series of things is what it's going to take. So, oops, that's not the one I meant to click on. All right, so low voltage wire coil. So let's go ahead, copper sheets. Let's grab just a stack of, oh, that's not the right one. No, it is. Do I really only have 85 copper? That's actually very surprising. I'll do it this way then. I won't do a full stack. I was going to do a full stack. Just about killing our hammer though, but thankfully the hammers aren't very hard to make. All right, so we've got our copper sheets. Okay. Actually, that's gonna, I shouldn't have thrown those in there. Let's take our sheets. And that way we can just do the whole thing at once. Okay, we've got 32. Okay. Now, as far as I know, I don't really need that for anything else, but I'm going to leave it in that form just for now. Let's do it that way. I think we might have to provide these with power, but power is what I was planning on doing anyway in the next episode. So we'll do it like this. And then we should be able to shift click that and make our external heater. Now that's only for one though. We can stick 2 of them on there, but I'm going to go ahead and just make this and just to see how it looks in the next episode. We'll have another one and we'll be able to power it. Because having those wires in there makes me think that it's not going to do anything unless we power it. I may be wrong, but it makes sense, doesn't it? All right, so I'll stick it on this side for the moment. Yeah, that's cool. It's got a fan and everything. But yeah, that's nifty looking. But it's not going to do anything because it's not powered. So that's all right. We'll be able to do that in the next episode. But I think we've got as much done as we can for today. And next time, like I said, we'll work on power. I'm thinking about making a windmill. We're up high. So the aesthetic that I'm actually going to go for is going to include a lot of things like windmills. Because at this height, it just makes sense, right? I mean, you should take care of the thing. I mean, take care to use the things that are available to you. And wind, as I'm sure you've heard in the background often in this series, is something that we have an abundance of. So that's going to wrap it up for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, take it easy.